And again, just using the blending tool now from the pad, now we're able to get all that shading and blending that we like to get. But I've already started with that background, so the intensity is already there. That broken china color is already really rich back there. And I'm still going to go in and work with some water. So even after that, I can still go in because remember, distress is reactive. So even my inks are now going to migrate right into the stain, as if the whole background was done together. But it saved doing all that broken china work before. They're so fun. They work so well together.
How many colours are there?
Only 12. 12 of the others are coming out in summer, but
Sure. What, all the other 24?
yeah, because Ranger didn't get it either. They're like, why would somebody want a distress like in a bottle? Because I can distress a tag or distress a canvas really quick. So I actually just randomly selected those, broke up the colors, and just like pick a red.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one I was bummed I didn't get this first time was Frayed Burlap, because that is my all-time favorite. Yeah, but when I chose 3 browns, it was like, well, I got Vintage Photo and Walnut. I was like, man, it could have been worse. It could have been Vintage Photo and Brushed Corduroy. Then I would have really been bummed. Yeah. So,
yeah, the Vintage Photo and Walnut sell really well.
Yeah, they're like the standards.
So, I mean, that would have been.
Right. But I got Wild Honey, so I was really happy.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
What, did you really like sit there and randomly select?
Yes, I did. And when I got to the yellows, I was like, oh. I mean, I didn't mind if it would be mustard seed or scattered straw, but I really, really wanted honey that
Wild
time.
honey,
Yeah, because how do you
You
choose?
well, you could, yeah.
I could cheat.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have.
So here I'm going to work on the grid blocks. So these are the new grid blocks. They're 1/8" acrylic blocks. They're etched in with a grid. So they're great for stamping. You can use cling stamps or clear stamps. All 9 sizes come in one package, so you can use it for all the different stamps. Yeah, they're really lightweight and really durable. So a lot of people think that this would be a flimsy acrylic, but it isn't. So it's really great for stamping if you do borders or text or anything like that. Now, the new cling rubber that I did, I actually indexed the back of it. But if you didn't have indexed cling, that's not a problem because you can just position your rubber stamp right over the grid line. So you've got all your text parallel to the lines, and then when you stamp it, again, you're just looking through your grid lines to make them parallel, so you'll always stamp straight. Makes it really nice. Plus the fact that you get that many at once makes it the best. So you don't have to like pick which size you need, because you just get them all. Yeah. Aren't they cool? Yeah. So next I'm going to take the stains, and I'm just going to apply the stains to a stamp, because remember, the stains are a fluid version of distress. So they will also work right on rubber stamp, clear stamp, anything like that.
And you get the same intensity of colour as you would.
Absolutely. So basically what you're going to end up with is kind of a watercolor effect without the need to spritz your stamp with water, because it's already fluid. It's really cool.
It's a nice stamp.
Thank you.
That's a newie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the new ones. But you can use this, I mean, you could use this with flowers, you could use it with anything, because you're already just swiping over the top and getting that watercolor effect. So you could blend your colors on your stamp with the stain if you wanted to. But the difference is, if I was going to stamp with my ink pad, it would be much more crisp. This just gives you much more of a fluid look. That's a stamp. Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good set.
yeah, it's a popular stamp.
No, I'm watching. I'm learning. I've got to take this back. You know, all the knowledge.
That's right.
I'm soaking it in.
Soaking it in.
Well, I get too many questions otherwise, so I've got to.
So next I'm just going to go in with some archival. Give it good pressure. I just want to have a black image on there, so that's why I've stamped with black archival. And I just wipe it off with a dry cloth. Not really a big cleaner. just gives me the opportunity to go in and layer. So once I've layered, just going to go in, just going to distress the edges because I'm going to go in with a little bit of Perfect Pearls. Alright, so the Perfect Pearls, this is what's really great. I'm going to work with the Perfect Pearl Mist. And what this is basically Perfect Pearls in a clear liquid. And when we first released these last summer, we released these in 12 colors. Again, I was a fan of mixing Perfect Pearls in water, so I thought these were like Perfect Pearls for lazy people. I did. I was like, really? You can't just mix that in water? But I found out this isn't water. This is actually just a liquid resin. And what's really interesting about this is that when you spritz this over a surface, it doesn't affect what you've stamped in. So you can spray it over distress, and it doesn't make distress wick. I know. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Because you saw when we did water, like all the inks did everything. This won't do it. So you're going to mix it up until you don't have any pearl at the bottom. You hear that mixing ball in there. And it's really concentrated. So just 2 little mists. And you can dry this. You don't have to dry it. You can let it air dry. But that pearl is permanent on the card. Just like that. Yeah. Well, you can add as much as you want. I mean, you can get it incredibly intense.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. But this mist will work on anything. This will adhere to plastic. This will adhere to fabric. It will adhere to metal, to glass, to wood.
It doesn't come off.
I know. You're trying to get it to come off.
Well,
It doesn't.
sometimes if you mix with a glimmer mist or something, you'll get a bit that comes off. But
Yes.
that's
It says
stuck.
the binder there. It's stuck on there, which is good.
No
So-
more glitter across the house.
It's nice. So here I'm just going to take some trimming. This is some of the Ideology trims, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to stain this trim to match the tag. So I'm just going to take a few colors. So I don't have to just do one. I love Firebird. So this one I'm just going to swipe it right on to the ribbon. So this could be any type of trim that you have. Yeah, it's a good color.
See there, honey?
I like this one.
It looks more intense
You wouldn't get that bright
No.
No. Yeah, that was the whole thing, is that even though you're mixing it, you're kind of losing the integrity a bit. So this ribbon, you can dry it flat, you can let it air dry. I tend to just take it because it is crinkle ribbon. If you crinkle it up. And notice when you do, like, the ink doesn't come off all over your hands. Because it's already soaked in there.
In 15 minutes' time,
Oh,
at 10:30, there will be a seminar on using Google to drive sales
And I'm
through a
just
website.
crinkling this up because if you dry it while it's crinkled, it'll keep that crinkle.
Solutions. That's at the seminar area in aisle H.
And then even when we open it up, it's still going to stay crinkled. Yeah, it's fun. And here I'm just going to pull it through some blending tools just to get whatever colors on it. Pretty simple. It's a great little tag. Yeah, great, great color.
Here we go.
You get the pro? Is it good?
Smile.
It's good, huh?
It is, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's got a great effect, and I think that's what's so fun about the stains is understanding their application. You know, understanding that they are designed to kind of do that quick background that you can go in and build up onto. So, I mean, you can use it on regular tag, you can use it on regular cardstock, but it has to be over something porous, once again. So, over something like crackle paint.
Sticky back canvas.
Oh, it'll work great on sticky back, yeah. I'll take a piece of canvas, I'll take a piece of sticky back. You can actually use that same stamp. I'll show you another technique that we can do with this. So this time,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with multi-medium. So this is matte multi-medium, and I've just applied it to my craft sheet. I'm just going to take my stamp and really kind of make sure it's gooped up on there. And we're going to stamp right onto the sticky back. Now when you're stamping with this, you need to work fairly quick because this is water-based, waterproof. So while it's wet, everything will clean up with water. Once it dries, completely waterproof and permanent. So you basically glue your canvas to your rubber stamp, which could happen. If you have to, you get distracted and you come back.
Go and have a coffee. Come back. Whoops.
That's right.
Phone rings.
Yeah, then you go, oop, embellishment.
I wonder if that's what fell down yesterday.
Came from the wall. Be the missing card that we couldn't find.
Oh, hello. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. I was coming over to see you. I don't know where your booth is, but I'm coming over.
So I'm just cleaning that. Yeah, multimedia is a really fun medium to work with. You just have to remember you have to clean up while it's wet. Otherwise it's just going to be a mess. Alright, so I'm going to dry this. I just want to make, you don't have to heat it, you just need to make sure that it's dry. So I just want to make sure that I dry this
So
on.
does that resist the distressing?
It will, because it's water-based, waterproof. It'll resist anything, anything. So it's a great adhesive. I mean, I use it as an adhesive for all of the collage. For example, that whole configurations tray, everything was glued with multimedia. Every embellishment, everything. So this is going to allow me to go in and just work with some colors. Maybe I'll start with you want to do fire brick, wild honey, make this a little warmer. So here I can just go in and I'm just going to take my stain and just stain right over the top of this.
Oh yeah, I want them.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, look how easy that is to distress that, like, really fast. Morning! And of course, if you wanted to mix it with water, you could do that. You'll dry it. Now the thing about sticky back, there's a couple of ways that you can work with it. If you work with it this way, you're going to see that you're always fighting the curl. So when I work with sticky back, even if I'm going to do painting or stamping or anything like that, you can take this off and just put it right on your craft sheet. Because this is a non-stick surface, so I'll still be able to go in and ink and do whatever, peel it off and put it onto my project.
I came in halfway through you doing this yesterday.
With the
And
clock, we did like a timepiece one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I thought you'd stamped in some kind of acrylic paint to get the white. I didn't realise you can use multi-medium to
Yeah,
just
because
resist.
the great thing about that is
Yeah.
that if you weren't going to do it on white canvas, let's say you're
Yeah.
going to do it on natural, you'd get that
Yeah.
same effect.
Yeah,
But I like this because you get much more of an organic batik look than you do acrylic paint. Because when this dries, you won't be able to feel anything on the
No.
fabric.
It'll be like printed fabric.
Yeah, it is.
We should be really good to see it.
And like I said, you don't have to heat set this because distress stain will never be permanent. It's always